Hey YouTubers, it's me, Mustard07, coming at you once again through the power of OBS Recording Studios, and I know it's a bit overdue, but I figured it is time to address the MrBeast allegations, especially now considering that he responded to all of his allegations after 3 long months. But first, I will start from the very beginning and how MrBeast all began. MrBeast, whose real name is James Stephen Jimmy Donaldson, is an American YouTuber who was born on May 7th, 1998 in the state of Kansas, in the town of Wichita, and he started his YouTube channel at the age of 13. In the early days of MrBeast's channel, Jimmy just uploaded Minecraft videos, not expecting them to get that many views at all, because he just wanted to upload them for fun for him and his friends to watch. Soon though, Jimmy began branching out from just Minecraft videos, and soon began uploading crazier and crazier videos, leading to the videos that he has become known for today. As he got more and more famous, he and his friends assembled the MrBeast crew, with the best known members being Jimmy Donaldson, Carl Jacobs, Chandler Harrow, Nolan Hanson, and christyson, who now is Ava christyson. Ava christyson, as he is now known as, ended up becoming the first domino to fall in the entire line of allegations that MrBeast has experienced. SunnyV2 says it best in this clip.
In the early days, he represented the quintessential southern gun and truck loving dude. Yet beginning in March 2022, Chris began to display increasingly feminine traits, making tweets such as "I finally got my nails done at a nail tech."
That clip was courtesy of SunnyV2, but as you can see, Chris began to change. On the surface, it didn't seem like bad things were coming, as long as he kept to himself. But as we found out, there was so much that was exposed, because Chris had so many things that he was trying to cover up. Starting in July 2024, the things that Chris did surfaced, leading to Jimmy issuing a statement on Twitter where he stated that he had no involvement in the inappropriate actions, and that he would remove Chris from the team as soon as he could. By then, the entire internet had heard about the situation, leading to the first wave of the many commentary videos on the MrBeast allegations that have become so significant on YouTube. Now, you may be wondering why Jimmy got so much heat from the initial allegations. This is because some evidence suggests that Jimmy may have known for some amount of time that Chris was doing all these inappropriate things. However, in the long term, based on what has been seen going on, it may have been better to just have let Chris go sooner, as they would have not been associated, and perhaps the chain reaction of dominoes would have remained sturdy, if not delayed significantly. The situation with Chris was only the beginning, as more and more evidence came out that suggested that Jimmy's videos may not have been all the way real. This clip from Snoop talks about the evidence for why some of his videos are faked.
However, by day 4, the cracks were already starting to show.
It rained non-stop for around 20 hours straight. And after standing the whole night, completely soaked and exhausted.
You can clearly see here on day 4, there's no one in the shelter at this point when it started raining, but after a hard cut, all 5 people suddenly appear in the boat.
That clip from Snoop shows how there are various bits of evidence that show that Jimmy and his crew may not have been on the raft for the entirety of production.
Is the water coming in?
Hey, you did it!
When he starts turning the knob, the water should gradually come out as the hole gradually opens, but instead, all the water gushes out instantly. In fact, the water's released when he's not even touching the knob. This can only suggest one thing: the valves are just props, maybe not even connected to the water.
This is only a small amount of the total evidence people have compiled to suggest that Jimmy's videos may not be as real as we thought they were. You may also know that MrBeast makes philanthropy videos where he will do things like give surgeries to people with cataracts or help build a new wing of a hospital. Well, unfortunately, based on evidence, he may have faked those ones too. For example, a video by the company that helped to cure the people with cataracts talked about how they never received money from MrBeast.
You might have been one of the 170 million viewers of the MrBeast video where he takes credit for and claims to have paid for 1,000 eye surgeries.
And this video, we're curing 1,000 people's blindness.
Did 62 surgeries that weekend. That's $124,000. We have yet to receive a penny from MrBeast or anyone mentioned in that video. Like, what is going on here? Let's check it out.
The head surgeon, Dr. Hyro, who was in the video with MrBeast,
And did we receive any kind of compensation from MrBeast for any of the surgeries in April of 2022?
Nothing related to MrBeast in our projects.
And what about any other clinics, any other dates that we've been doing surgeries in Mexico?
Any projects? No.
Those clips are from a now unlisted video by Mission Flight, but as you can see, they are talking about how MrBeast never made any sort of donation to them. This is not the only evidence suggesting that he may have faked his charitable works, as there is also evidence he may have faked building a hospital in Nepal. The Asher Show and Rosanna Pansino along with Dogpack404 talk about how Jimmy may have faked building the hospital.
And when you compare the footage, you can see that MrBeast added CGI to make it seem like he did more charity work than he actually did.
CGI may have been used in those videos to make the buildings look in worse shape than they actually were before Jimmy and his crew arrived. The next clip from Rosanna Pansino and Dogpack404 gives more evidence.
The building looks very different than in shots like this. There's like all this random crap.
But in the real shot, there's no moss,
Yeah.
there's no decrepit.
Right here, you'll notice this pillar, 2 white lines. Right here, same pillar, 2 white lines. But there's a building behind it. They digitally removed the entire hospital.
The next wave of controversy to strike MrBeast came when he partnered with Logan Paul and KSI to release a new product called Lunchly, which is basically glorified YouTuber Lunchables. From day one, Lunchly was already having problems, as many people said they were even worse than Lunchables, which are already pretty unhealthy, not to mention the many alleged cases of mold in the packaging. This caused even more YouTubers to make videos about the disaster that was Lunchly. Finally, after not being able to hide it anymore and after stalling, Jimmy finally responded to the allegations with Oompaville. However, many people believe that Oompa was not trying to push back on Jimmy's answers and was agreeing blindly to them despite the fact that Jimmy was trying to dodge the questions. They talked about all the things that MrBeast was being accused of, such as the fake philanthropy videos and the moldy Lunchly. Based on what Jimmy said, it is likely that Jimmy did not realize that mold was a big problem it didn't know.
So there's no mold when it leaves our factories because that's just stupid. Why would we ever let that happen? But after that point, you know, there are variables that we just can't control. And that's why every single product in that section, Google it and put mold behind it. It just occasionally happens.
To be fair to MrBeast, it would be impossible for him to know exactly when his Lunchly products would get moldy, because there are variables that he can't control, such as delays due to weather or other issues. But he should have acted earlier and not tried to cover everything up. A lot of people believe that Oompaville may not have been the best person to interview with MrBeast, but the real significant thing is that Jimmy finally did respond to the now impossible to hide allegations that have been building up about him. Of all the things that have been going on, this is probably the climax of it all, as we were all waiting for him to do this, and I think many of us are all curious to see what will happen next. In conclusion, you must not believe everything that you see on the internet. But that just about does it for this video. Thanks for watching, stay tuned for more videos, and goodbye.